So one of our friends and clients, Marty, who has another Wanderlodge, he purchased this Wanderlodge and he wanted us to help us see if we could come out and help him get it going, get it back on the road. It's been sitting for a number of years. The engine has been opened up. There's an accessory drive pulley missing off the back end, so that's internal engine that's been exposed to the elements inside the engine compartment, so hopefully no rodents or anything got in there. They went out a day early to start getting some things figured out for me, put a tarp up so if it's raining I don't get wet, and we'll see how it goes. We're driving in like a near blizzard. Outside, right? Still?
Yep. It's 41 right now.
Well, we just drove 200 miles to try and get this bus back on the road. It's been sitting for 10 years. Looks like it's been sitting for 20, to be honest with you. Maybe it was moved 10 years ago, but I'm curious to see what the license plates say on it. We know they came a day earlier and I had them go through some stuff on the engine, bar it over, check the injectors, and it does have some stuck injectors. It's a 92 series. So we'll see if we can get it here running this morning, and we got new tires to go on it, and hopefully it'll air up. We'll see how it goes. Wow, this exterior, this thing is rough, rougher than I thought it would have been. Like if you were like a prop guy working for a Hollywood film company and they were looking for an RV to star in a movie that some crackhead lived in, look no further. This would be it. All of it looks like it would clean up for the most part pretty good with a good pressure washing though. Okay, so we've got a stuck injector. Right there you can see it's stuck down and it's not moving. When I move the rack, nothing else moves. We'll see if we can free it up here just by moving it back and forth a few times. Okay, had to replace the injector. Couldn't get the stuck one unstuck, no matter what I did to it. So I brought some with me. I put a 9B90 in it. We're gonna fire it up here for the first time. They changed the oil on it. Just check it's got coolant in it. So we'll see what happens here. So here's the stuck injector. The fowler is pushed down, it won't come up. This doesn't want to move. I can tap it and I can get it to move back and forth slowly, but it's not rotating the pin inside, so it's messed up. It's just seized, and I can see on the inside that when I do tap it, it's not spinning. It's supposed to kind of twist in and out as it goes in. But yeah, it's completely messed up. So I had to put a new one in, replace it with a new one, and after replacing the injector, we had to check the timing on the new one, make sure that it was correct. And the snap-on dial gauge is perfect for doing that. You just set it up on top of the injector and it'll tell you the height, and you can set it that way. The timing is set by when the rocker starts to push the injector. So you put it so the exhaust valves are down, throw this on top. 1.484 was the setting on these.
What do you think, Mark? Anything you can think of? Just that area, you know, how much oil we gonna lose out of it.
Well, Hunter's gonna keep an eye on it. He sees a ton of oil coming out of it.
Right.
Just make sure you're not by anything that moves over there, Hunter.
I don't think anything moves.
Okay.
Yeah, why don't you, Mike, go hit that.
I got a better light.
This
You got no light? Okay.
Mike,
Yeah.
We're going to hit the main kill.
I already did.
It's all on. You know, like I say, I haven't cooked anything yet. I'm gonna run the board here, Mark. You run the key, see what happens. Now, Mark, if it takes off, get out of the way because I'm gonna get the board in front of that booth.
Did you practice fitting it in there?
No.
Yeah.
That'd be the next
You
thing.
want to do a practice run? Make sure it fits.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna slam my hand up. You can
Yep.
And you can also just cut the filter.
There's a valve over here. You can have a pair of pliers in your hand. You can turn this as long as that valve works. We can shut the fuel off. That's if it's running away on fuel.
Which one? Does it matter which valve?
This one here, probably.
Probably either or. Yeah, that one because that's the inline valve. This one's just yeah. I wasn't worried about it running away on fuel. I was worried about it running away on its own oil. The turbo had a lot of oil all over it. It looks like just the turbo feed line was leaking. But just to be safe, let's have a board ready so we can shut it down if something happens. You never know what's going to go on when you try to start these things.
All right, We'll get something going here.
Where's the exhaust? Oh, the exhaust is over here. Okay. Yep. Okay, yeah, you don't have to climb all the way in this time. Ready? Oil pressure gauge working?
No, it's just it did move slightly, but it's just a hair over 15. Not really responsive.
It's not working.
Well, that was like the easiest starting thing ever. Literally, I was there for maybe 15 to 20 minutes just replacing that injector after we couldn't get it freed up, and then put the valve cover on. We checked the fuel filters, had fuel in it, turned it over, and that sucker started up, barely smoked at all. Very, not a lot of work involved in that one. Couple things, we don't have oil pressure gauge up front. They don't have the keys to the Wanderlodge. We have the key that starts the rear, but it's not the same key as the dashboard. And all the gauges are powered by the dashboard. We know we have oil pressure because there is a pulley, an engine accessory drive pulley that's missing on the back. And we can see the oil pumping out of there. That's what Hunter was watching in the back, how much oil was coming out of there. So we know it does have oil pressure, we just don't know what it is. He's got to get the right key to get it powered to the accessories up front to turn on all the gauges and everything. So they still got some work to do. They're going to put tires on it, get ready to drive. It does air up. It's got a couple air leaks they're going to work on, but this is just a real easy one and didn't require much work at all on the engine. They just got to replace that pulley drive cover they have. They didn't have the right bolts to put it on. And that drives an alternator on the back of the engine. So they'll put that on there and should be good to go.
His tools, check the air and all those duels. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Well, he's got a long hard ride in old Lenny the Silver Sides. Get that bus grease monkey on the road. Well, he's got that hammer down and that 47 Hound. It's that bus grease monkey on the road. He travels all around and he's coming to your town. Get that bus grease monkey down the road. See that 4104 with the propped up engine door. Watch that bus grease monkey do his thing. 30 years behind that barn, cause it don't run worth a darn. Watch that bus grease monkey make it sing. He knows them Detroits, there's no doubt, upside down and inside out. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Saving buses far and wide in that old blue silver sides. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Now he's moved his family to the hills of Tennessee. Watch that bus grease monkey make his home, bringing buses back to life with the help of his dear wife. Watch that bus grease monkey get it done. Well, he travels town to town working on them old greyhounds. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? Saving buses far and wide in old Lenny the Silver Sides. It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know? It's that bus grease monkey, don't you know?